Hello there. So this is a post about what you would advise a parent whose child is looking for an apprenticeship, which I think is a fantastic thing to start talking about because it opens up so many different avenues now, doesn't it? Okay, then. So my name is Andrea Jackson, and I am an avid believer in ensuring that the learner and the employer is at the heart of the training provision. I help training providers to feel confident in the face of an Ofsted inspection, and I ask learners, employers, and staff questions based on the educational inspection framework to gauge the impact of the training. I identify themes and then support the providers to add and drive through systems and processes that improve that impact. And this means that Ofsted inspections are not to be feared and continual improvements are made with the emphasis on quality. So, if you were advising a parent about apprenticeships, I've sort of discussed in several of the posts in some detail horror stories about apprenticeships experience. The apprentice being enrolled on the wrong apprenticeship because the training provider did not offer the correct apprenticeship. The employer who was told he could take on an apprentice even though there was no support at that business for the potential apprentice. But also there's been some really great experiences with apprentices gaining a wonderful experience, gaining knowledge, practical experience, leading to a recognised qualification that enables them to grow their career. If you were advising a parent about apprenticeships, what would you suggest they look for? So these are my thoughts about what I think the parent and prospective apprentice should be looking for. Obviously, non-exhaustive, the plenty more that you can add on because I don't have 3 hours. But do you know what? It would be really interesting to get involved in what was on offer by other training providers, wouldn't it? So my thoughts are, does the provider deliver the apprenticeship that interests you? And how long have they been delivering that apprenticeship? What is the eligibility criteria that is needed to sign up to that apprenticeship? If the apprentice is not employed, how will the training provider find an employer, and what eligibility criteria does that employer need to meet being accepted as an apprentice employer? Has that employer supported an apprentice before? What sort of support will be given to the learner and the apprentice and the employer from the training provider? Does the employer and training provider have a planned program from start to finish? What are the responsibilities of the apprentice? For example, study days, length of time with the employer, going to the training sessions, etc. And what are the responsibilities of the employer? What's the training that's going to be offered? How will it be offered? How does it fit in with the apprenticeship as a whole? So that's just a few of my recommendations, and obviously there are more. But my question is what are your top 5 recommendations to any prospective apprentice and their parent? And then when you're looking at your top 5, it may be wise to then have a look at your delivery, and do they meet that? And if they don't meet it, and when I mean do they meet it, is asking your learners and employers whether they've met it. Don't look at what the reviews say, what the forms say, who's filled out, but actually asking your learners and your employers actually what happened. do you meet those recommendations that you're given? Because that's actually a fantastic starting point, isn't it? When you're looking into whether or not your training meets the needs of your learner, meets the needs of your employer. And if it does, then basically your inspection is a breeze, isn't it? And I think that's what I've always said from the time dot, that if you can get the needs of your learner and your employer satisfied, that the learner feels happy and content and supported, and the employer is also supported and works with him, with the training provider, there is nothing to worry about. Now, if you feel that somebody in your organization would like to see this, please send it on to them, or show them it, or link it. That would be absolutely excellent. I'm now putting the videos on Facebook, which will be found on our brand new website when our brand new website is launched. As soon as it's launched, you will see little pop ads. They're not really ads, but they're little posts, and the posts will be telling you about a free offer that we've got, and what it is a pre-inspection checklist. Now, this is something that I wish I'd have had when I was going into my inspection, and what it shows you is that these are the things that you need to have available. These are the processes you need to have available during that inspection. These are the things that you need to have in place before the inspection, and after the inspection, these are what the things that you need to prioritize. So that's, as I say, that is on the website. As soon as website comes through, I will be sending those posts out. You can click, and Bob's your uncle. It'll be marvelous. These videos will be on the website, that you can look at them again. And as I say, if you do think that this will be interesting to anybody else in your team, because it does start a conversation, that would be absolutely excellent. Okay, so that's it for today. Have a fantastic rest of the week. I am sure you have. Hopefully the weather gets better, because at the moment I can't see much sunshine, but there you go. Okay, you take care, everybody, and speak to you soon.